John Wright on BBC Radio Suffolk.
Hello, I'm Jeff Stevens. I'm the Chair of Trustees of Pathways Care Farm. I think when we started, I had ideals about why this would work, because it was nature, it was going to be a place where people could come and be themselves. Having been doing it for a number of months, I think that works. That is what it's about. But my eyes have been open to the fact that it's not about me, it's not about what we do, it is about the place. The place itself is therapeutic. So when you walk in, when you come through that estate and you come through the gates, it's almost like the pressure's just been released. And you see animals running around and they look happy, and you see plants growing and they look healthy, and people meet you with a smile and offer you a cup of tea, and it's a little haven. It is an oasis. It's somewhere that is away from the pressure of the world, and it's where you can just express who you are and be yourself, and that's really precious in a world like this. To have that time almost stands still. I don't know what the time is now. I very rarely know what the time is. I very rarely know what day of the week it is. But that's just me. It seems to work. I wouldn't like to put my finger on it. Other care farms work as well. Other care farms are great. They're doing wonderful work. I can only talk about here. And what works here is the social side. The social side, interacting with nature, interacting with animals, and being loved and nurtured and empowered and valued.
Hi, I'm Susan and I enjoy working on the farm. It's a great atmosphere, nice to be working for the animals, and I'm enjoying keeping myself busy.
What have you been doing today?
Just helping cleaning the greenhouse today, just raking it out. Yeah.
How long have you been coming here?
Oh, since last year. I enjoy it. Yeah, there's lots to do, keeping busy with the animals, enjoy walking the goat and enjoy cleaning them out, and talking to people as well.
What difference has coming here made to you?
It's made me feel a lot better mentally. It's made me feel more cheerful and happy in myself. Enjoy working with the staff as well. Yeah.
Why has it done that? What works about this place?
Because I had days when I've been down and not been well, and worked here to build up my self-esteem.
There we go. Hay in the wheelbarrow. So this is all going to the alpacas, is it?
Yeah. And we're going to fill up their hay racks.
Things are going on all the time here, with people doing lots of different jobs to the farm.
One of the most common questions I have asked of me is, how are you achieving this? Where do your resources come from? And it's a bit like one of my favourite lines in films is from Shakespeare in Love, where the guy who owns the theatre is always saying, it's a mystery. It's a mystery. When we've needed resources, things have come in.
First we brush the goats or the ladies, and then take that outside, and then we get some water to clean all the dirt off, make the clean water for the goats, and then we feed the Jeffries and hay with alpacas as well. Also we get them more, make sure they have enough to feed.
So what are your colleagues doing here now? So they're lifting up the big feeder here?
Yes they are.
Hi, alpacas. Are these friendly?
Yeah, all friendly.
Will they come over? Can we stroke them?
They're quite shy for creatures to be touched. They like to be close, but they don't like to touch at all. And they just like their own space, that's all.
What do you like about coming here?
Oh, because something for change for me is give my self-esteem and confidence, and show my own dignity.
That's a really important word, that, dignity.
Yes it is. We got lots of pigs, we got lots of chickens, we got lots of goats, we got lots of alpacas.
So what do you do when you're not here at the farm? What else do you do?
Well, sometimes I play my games, go out to town. Sometimes I'll go to special offer cinemas.
Other kind of normal stuff, but coming to the farm,
Yes.
that's quite different, I guess.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And after you've been here for a day, how do you feel when you go home?
Feel quite different, to be honest. It feels different indeed.
You feel better?
Yes. Yes, I am.
So Luke mentioned a very powerful word to me when we were just talking just then. He said this gives him dignity.
Oh, did it? That's great. Wonderful. How wonderful.
I think that cuts right to the heart of what you're trying to do.
I'm blown away by that. That's wonderful. That's really blessed me. Yeah, that's great. I'm really touched by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're dwelling up.
I know. We work very much with what people can do, not with what they can't. We leave their diagnosis at the gate. So when people come in here, this is not Luke who's got autism, this is Luke. And so we're all first name terms. We don't wear badges. And we muck in together. We do all the jobs together. Some people are more skillful and more capable than others. We have people who come on their motorised wheelchair and they can't get round everywhere, but they can get round a certain number of places, and they do what they can do. Luke probably didn't say the kind of levels of medication that he was on when he first came here. He was on quite intensive medication. He's now, as of last week, I think it was last week, his mum told me the last tablet that he was having regularly he's now not having. So he's now come off of that medication, which means that his enjoyment of life, his ability to actually walk about and converse, and I mean, he's such a lovely, lovely lad. And the medication, although I'm sure it was helping, was also controlling parts of his ability to do things. Now look at him, he's walking about the farm, he's talking knowledgeably about things, he's a living part of who we are and what we do.
It's also interesting, I think, like you said right at the start, creating an environment where everyone is viewed for what they can do, not what they can't, and valued for their contribution to the community. We live in a world, even more so these last couple of weeks than maybe ever, where everyone's defined by difference, and the tone and the landscape is getting very aggressive and nasty.
See, one of my dreams when I first started this was to have a model that could be replicated, because despite the fact that we are making a difference for people with mental health, mental ill health, learning difficulties or dementia, we're also creating somewhere for the local population to come in when we eventually get enough money to have our cafe. We really want the local population to come in to enjoy the cafe, to go on a nature trail around this place. It's just lovely landscape in the middle of the town. It's a rural landscape in the middle of town, and we want people to be able to enjoy the green space. Now, that could be replicated on somewhere that's got an acre. You don't have to have 13 acres like this. It could be done on somewhere that was part of a much bigger farm. Some parks could be turned over to places like this with a petting zoo, because it's just having an environment where you are accepted, where it's non-threatening. People need to feel safe. They come in through the gates, they're safe. We look after them.